I doubled as the green screen today.
Give me your shirt.
It looks like a white shirt, but it's not.
Right. That's crazy, dude.
It's awesome.
What was I? I was getting ready to say something.
Social experience number 243, strangers and dangers, or something like that.
The danger of strangers.
I was close, but that's what you would have said.
I probably would have.
Yeah, that was close, man.
I would have fumbled that one, man.
Yeah.
Easily. All right, so let me click some buttons here.
You just said back on topic first to get me on topic, though.
What's that?
You just said back on topic first to get me back on track, though. You just said that before it.
We should.
That's a guarantee.
I don't want to script a whole episode, but we should try a flip-flop episode sometime.
If you can handle it, dude. If you think you can fill these shoes.
I don't know, man. That's some big shoes.
This is the size of my fucking 13s, dude.
Some big shoes.
Hi, everybody.
So anyhow, you might think you know what the title means today, but I guarantee you don't. But we'll get into that at some point.
Yeah, dude, this fireplace is nice.
No camera on it, but they've seen it in the repair live stream. Yeah. Hey man, we got to heat the place somehow. It's got to be done.
It just looks nice too, though.
Yeah, no, it does. I'll give it that.
Yeah. It's warm, homey. Yeah,
kind of that.
Not like homey, but like homey. You know?
Anyhow, moving on. So I want to talk about this because anybody that creates content, if you're doing a podcast, if you're doing a YouTube channel, if you are, I mean, what else is there? If you're doing anything on social media, any type of social platform, you might work with somebody. In that case, you'll get to know them and they'll be more than a guest, whatever. Or you might be doing a collab with somebody here and there, having guests on, such as we have.
Like Linkin Park and Jay-Z in that one album.
That was
dope, dude.
Yeah, well, that was.
I don't like either of those people, but that was good.
They
threw down.
But the whole the dangerous strangers thing, and perfect example is we talk obviously here on this show, trying to work out what we're going to do next, what we might do, coming up stuff. We've announced stuff when we've had it coming up. Hey, we're going to have a guest on.
And then they've never even come on before, too. We've announced things that never happened.
Yeah, all the above. But recently, I've been debating on inviting somebody onto the show, not to do one of their shows, but to come on and talk about the how and the why leading up beforehand and leading up to what they do, and then the aftermath of it, dealing with it, just an all around encompassing, hey, what's it like doing something so held so positively and so negatively by different people in the world at the same time. And I brought it up before. We'd talked about it personally, having this particular guest on, and then I brought it up today, and there was a development where the person had done something not so favorably looked at, I guess. That's it's just polite way to say it.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, no, and to make it simple, it's bullshit. Picking on some, not only to do it, but to keep doing it, to where it's affecting. It kind of turns into bullying online, and it's like, if you're going to collab with somebody, going to have a guest on, want to talk to them, do you want your show connected with something that's maybe so positive and so negative at the same time?
And that's also like blackmail in the same sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to expose this if you like.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah, no. And it's like, we talked about it before and we both were on the same page, you and I. And when I said it today, this is why I'm glad.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd bring this up.
About Jimmy, there's no like middle ground. It's either the spectrum is either nah, fuck that person, or like, oh yeah, they're great. They did it. It's not.
Yeah, there's no in between.
No in between.
It's good or bad. There's no like, you can't be good and bad. You know what I mean?
The needle's nowhere in the middle. It's one side or the other. And I'm like, oh shit, what happened? What actually happened? And he told me, I'm like, oh damn, like you literally just saved something that I never wanted to happen to the show from happening.
Yeah, because being tied to like, like I said, what they were doing was cool at first. Like I said, I was all about it, and then like when it turned to just
bullying,
rumors, gossip, you know what I mean? And not even on subject anymore. It's like,
that and picking on a disabled person is not.
no, we're trying to blackmail him. Like, it just, I guess I can't get behind that, man, at
Yeah,
all.
no, no, definitely not. And like I said, I didn't wanna, like, get the latest scoop on what this person was gonna be doing or nothing like that. I just wanted to talk about "Hey, how did you come to wanna do this? I know what you say, but let's expand on that."
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that guest won't be coming. Not even saying who it is,
Uh,
but,
most people could probably figure it out. Like,
but
but what it is.
that's the danger of not knowing somebody that you're gonna do a collab with, you know? How will it negatively impact what you're creating, what your goal is?
Well, like, I experienced it. Think about it.
Yeah,
With Todd, like,
yeah,
that's what went down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that and that totally affected it, obviously.
yeah, no, without a doubt, man. And then there's also the other side of the coin. Let's talk about this for a minute. So, what show was that? Was that the May the Fourth be with you? It
Uh,
was supposed to be about Star Wars, but it was totally about anything but.
oh, yeah,
Phil
yeah,
and Wayne were on
yeah.
just
Yeah.
talking up a storm, not
Yeah.
tied to Star Wars at all, which, not strangers. In a sense, they are because we met them online. We
Uh,
never met in person, only an online platform, and they just come on and just overrun the show with totally not Star Wars. But
yeah,
that was fine because it goes
because
where
it's
it
awesome,
goes.
yeah. That's what it's all about. It's always a conversation, you know?
But yeah, if you're planning on doing something with somebody, collabing, man, maybe.
That's like if, Trev Allen goes and shoots up a bank or something, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I mean,
you know
if
what I mean?
they
Like,
do it,
it could go any way, or if we do that to him, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same difference, you know?
if they do it after the fact, like you can't be really
Right.
pinned with that.
But, like, if they do it and you have them on, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not
Yeah, or
good.
you're about to have somebody on, you're like, and somebody's like, "Hey, that person has whatever sexual
Yeah,
assault charges,
ties to
this, that,"
whatever, yeah, or ties to
and
this or
like,
that,
"No,
or
I didn't," and you go ahead and have them on anyhow. You're kind of like
yeah, you're stirring the pot, you're gambling a little bit, like,
gambling with what you're working on.
yeah,
And
Kenny
you
Rogers said, "You gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them."
could you also? Well, I don't want to use too big of words, but could you not also be uh like you're supporting what they've done by having them on and
Yeah,
not,
it could be perceived that way.
even
Definitely.
though you're not like
Right, but it could be perceived that way
an
because you're still
outside
having them on,
observer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because, if you don't care about that, obviously you're not against it. So, especially in today's fucking
Yeah, but then again, there's that, "What war are we fighting this week?"
yeah,
And if
or
you don't fight
this week,
every
more like today.
yeah, today
Yeah,
for this 5 minutes,
yeah.
and if you don't fight something every different every 5 minutes, you're an asshole. Yeah, we're
Uh,
not getting into that. That's a full-time job I don't have time for, my friend.
I did almost get in a fight with a fucking retired cop the other day.
I'm frozen?
He just went ghost, man.
No, I got a text. Maybe I froze.
Like, you're
No.
ghosting.
I got a text from the wife saying that I froze.
Yeah, it's like about 63 degrees over here.
No, it picked back up. I was frozen for a second, though.
Uh,
I think where I'm having trouble with my camera getting hot and overheating, we're just gonna deal with it.
yeah, because 'cause you're like ghosting over here.
Am I?
Yeah,
What do
you
you
look
mean?
like Casper. You look like, that Back to the Future where he's holding the picture and those people are, like, half in, half out when he's trying to save it. You remember. Yeah, like, that's what it looks like.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
If it works, I'm here, man, as long
Yeah,
as people
yeah,
don't
if not,
care.
the doc dies and he's not in the Old West.
But no, it's, I don't know. I don't know that we've ever talked about something in that sense as with having somebody on. Like, in how, because say, uh, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good example, just make it up. Say you end up having somebody on the buzz, or we had somebody on here, and they just like they come on and then they turn around and it's like they've, whatever. No, we find out, oh, they don't support, whatever
Yeah.
independent shows, this that. Like, well, what the hell were they doing on here?
Or like the buzz, at least we'd have that week, a little bit of time to catch up on that, but this is like it's
Yeah,
a lot
no. When you
yeah,
do live is that's
yeah.
another thing.
That's like Vince McMahon, dude. We just it'd be raw.
Yeah.
You know?
Live is a different animal, especially when you have to produce it and at the same time as doing it. Like, I haven't given you no buttons yet.
Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine?
We'll swap seats one of these days.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'll let you light the tires and kick the fires
Oh,
over
yeah.
here.
And it'll be legit lighting tires and kicking fires. You'll be like, "How did you light this on fire?" I'll be like, "I just pushed that button." It's exactly what'll happen.
Yeah, man. I
I
can
live this
imagine.
life, I know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It it's interesting. Life is.
Mhm. But, like and people are like, I don't know, people are crazy too, like, you never know anything.
Well, that's what there's guys I watch that do a live show on Saturdays, and they've been doing it for years, and it's the audience that they attract is people that are creating podcasts, but they do a live stream on YouTube about creating that and talk about it and just different content around creating a podcast, growing your brand, this, that, whatnot. Just right, I think right at the end of the year, the last episode of the year for 2022, somebody tuned in because they have a way for people to come in to and be live on the air with them. And the dude put up a legit name and like, "Oh, we have a guest. We don't know who," and they say his name and we don't know this guy. And the dude ends up coming on. He's like says about greets each of the hosts, comes in, and then totally asks a completely inappropriate question that could, in context, have been taken with what they were talking about with audio gear. He's like, yeah, he said something about, should I enjoy doing such and such to myself? Just live on their show. And they're like, "Yep, that's okay." And they basically hung up on him. But because it was live, if it would have been a monetized episode, it probably wasn't at that point, unless they went back and
Hmm.
removed it. And that's the double-edged sword of doing, double-edged blade of doing something live because you never know what's going to happen.
No, but like I said, I must like that aspect more than
The interaction's one thing, when
yeah.
you have people in the chat whenever.
Well, that I just like this fly by the seat of your pants kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like I do that with everything else in life. Why wouldn't I enjoy that here, you know?
Yeah, no. No, I get it, man, I get it. It's, and another good thing about live, especially at least in my experience, and I know other people, I can point to a few other people that have brought this up in the repair community, like, repairing electronics and whatnot on YouTube and doing it as a hobby or a business. When you have people there live, somebody in your chat might know something that you don't or might suggest something that you didn't think of. And I
Mhm.
actually had two people in my chat at one point suggest something that I hadn't tried up until that point, and scary as hell it might have been, but I did it, and I've done it a few times since, and it ended up working out better than the method I was using. So you can learn shit,
Mhm.
like legit learn something, and just the whole, I don't know, the helpfulness of having people there that might know something you don't, or suggest something you didn't think of, point something out that you didn't take note of. So it's kind of cool for the repair community. Now, as far as I don't know.
Well, like in any community, though, I mean, aren't you there for, basically to gain more knowledge about what you're interested in? You know what I mean? Like, more experiences and more, you know what I mean? That's why you're friends with these people. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, you're basically all passing around your knowledge of what you have to offer to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
that,
What value are you handing out?
yeah.
You know,
The same with music or fucking repair and stuff or anything really, you know what I mean? If that's what you know what I mean? Like, you're just offering your experience and what your knowledge is and everybody, it's just like, it's cool.
and I don't know. Like I kind of think two guys talk about this that their experiences of starting businesses, doing this, doing online content can get boring, which is we try to get guests when we can, but also, as today's episode proves, I tend to try and be careful with who I have on. Not only that, I ask multiple people before times, like, "What do you think?"
Yeah, and speak for yourself, I'm not boring.
Huh?
Speak for yourself, I'm not boring at all.
No, no, no.
Everybody's like, "Look at that clown." I'm like, "Look, yeah," you know?
Start juggling.
An elephant walks by me.
I could see it, man. If you can plan it, I'll let it
Dude,
happen.
if I can get an
I don't even
elephant,
care.
it's down,
I
I'm down.
don't even care what gets broke in the
We can get a
studio.
small elephant that'll fit in here, one of them baby ones, you know what I mean? It'll just roll right past me.
All right, 2024, that's the goal.
We'll call it Elefante. It'll be French.
In the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be the elephant in the room. We'll have to address it a bunch of times.
Oh, shit, man. I love your ideas.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Like, just stop and be like, "Oh, we have to address the elephant in your room again." It's gonna be sweet
Let's
as
see. We
shit.
don't have any strangers in chat anyhow. I'll take a moment and address these people. We got Philip,
They're the
Michael,
elephants in the room right now.
and did our internet go out? Did it die?
It
I
might
don't
have.
think it did
No, it
because it's
looks like
still
it
moving.
says live, and it says 16:04,
Yeah,
5.
our counter's still ticking, so I doubted it for a moment.
I doubt everything in life.
But I'm also watching it live over here on YouTube, like myself.
How
So
how they how you doing? Is it pretty good?
it's great, man.
Yeah, cool.
At least I'm not talking to myself yet. I probably should though. We're doing good, Michael. Philip, how are you, gentlemen? How is it over there in the far east? I guess they'd be east from us.
Dude, I don't even know which direction any of those are. I know they're on a compass.
Rise in the east, sets in the west. Yeah, they're east.
The house of the
We're
rising
really far
sun.
west.
Yeah, the house of the rising sun.
No, but no, it's
I feel like maybe it did cut out though.
for a sec. Well, my camera froze is what happened. I
Uh-uh.
actually saw the end of it here of what my wife was talking about because she was watching. She can confirm if we're dead. Send a message if we're dead in the air and the stream died. I don't think it did though.
Send it on an SOS.
No, it's going, man. If it's going, it's going. I'm trusting that it's going. I'm gonna tune in with the phone actually, and just to check.
I'm not, because usually I fuck it all up and they'll be all loud and you'll be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just trying to share the show." That's part of
Right.
it too. I should host the whole show as you. I think I have you down pretty good.
I don't know that I can do you,
You'd be like, you'd be like, "Back on topic, antisocial experience number 243.
but
Jimmy needs to shut the fuck up."
I'll try like crazy. That's the other thing too. Like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? What do you do to keep trying to grow something? Do you that you enjoy doing? Do you know what I mean? Do you try and follow the strict guidelines? Because YouTube is growing like ever tighter with like their policies and what's acceptable and what's not. You know,
Mhm.
and I at least for monetized shows, and we're not there. We'll probably never be there for years. But do we try and avoid swearing, try and avoid like topics
I can't avoid swearing. Like, that just
that are not
happens.
favorable? Yeah, I don't know. I just
I try not to do it too much, but
yeah,
it happens.
it does happen, and I don't know. I think does it not feel like disingenuous or whatever the word is if you do you know what I mean?
You're almost scripting yourself.
Yeah, I mean it kind of feels that way
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, I'm not, like, gonna sit here and freaking void myself out, like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like,
choir boy Jimmy.
yeah, I'll be like, "Yeah, then and that mother," you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that
You
stuff.
could get a beeper button. I can
Well,
do it.
one time we were without a lead guitarist. He had to go to rehab, so it was just a three-piece, you know, so we didn't have a lead guitarist for any of the solos. I did every solo in the microphone just with my lips. I'd be like, "Meow, meow, meow," you know what I mean? And every solo and every song, and it was awesome. Everybody loved it. But yeah, we didn't have a guitarist, so that's how I makeshifted a guitarist.
That's great, man.
Yeah, dude, it was good stuff.
It
They erected a statue of me afterwards in the middle of town, you know, the usual.
a statue of you?
Yeah, you know what the village people do. They're like, "Oh my god, you're wonderful." So they built a statue and had, you know, this is like a weekend celebration and whatnot.
Oh, I forget where we were on topic anyhow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally you
yeah.
got me with that one.
Yes!
You got me good.
Yes!
I was also doing background stuff, checking the show. Yeah, we're still live.
You're doing background checks
They're
on us too.
background stuff. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I'm looking up the dirt on us,
Uh-huh.
even though we've openly talked about whatever. But no, it's yeah. If you just I don't know if you're gonna do collabs with people, gonna do something where you have
Yeah,
guests.
keep it like Jay-Z and Linkin Park. Keep it good.
Keep it good.
Yeah, and if not, don't do it.
I
I
don't know.
can't think of a bad collab right now, or I would give it to you. Like the Undertaker and Yokozuna, or oh, I got an even better one. Hulk Hogan and Tugboat. That wasn't a good collaboration. Okay, not at all. So there.
What about Yoko
I'm
in
just
the
saying.
Beatles?
They were a bad collaboration because they were a bad tag team. They should have been put together.
You remember when? Do you even know anything about the Beatles? You remember
I was
when?
talking about Yokozuna, the wrestler.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah, Yoko Ono.
when she was like just hollering and yammering and beating a tambourine with the
Yeah,
music.
dude. In Florida,
Yeah.
there's a marking in Disney World where the exact spot of when and where the Beatles broke up, because they did it in the Polynesian hotel there. Is when they split up. But there's like an exact marking place of it. It's crazy.
That's nutty, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't know until I saw I, like, stumbled upon it too, and I wasn't there because of it, like, I just found it, I was like, "No shit."
I think you brought up another good point today too about the whole band thing, about their with people stopping and doing stuff. Who do you watch? You know? Or what do you what like
Like, where does it go next?
yeah, where do you go next? Like, not you personally, but say
Well, it is kinda me personally, you know what I mean? It's still,
yeah,
like
well, your favorite band stop playing or your favorite whatever,
artists,
streamers,
yeah.
content creator, whoever it is stops doing something. How do you try and find a good replacement? Do you try something out new?
I mean, I keep supporting that style of music in hopes that you know what I mean, because there's definitely bands out there that I'd love, you know, they're just underground. So, you know, you hope that, you know, but there's
Yeah.
gotta be someone to fill those shoes, but, like, deep down, will anybody ever fill No Effects' shoes? Will anybody really fill Bad Religion's shoes in my life?
Yeah, it's gonna be a
It's tough. But,
that's
like,
a tough bill,
with
man.
the Snip, the Filthy Lowdown, like, those guys, they feel a lot of it in my heart, you know what I mean? Like, they are definitely they're all in their 40s too, so, like, you know what I mean? We're all working on it together.
Everybody's retiring at the same time.
So, I mean, dude, we're on our last leg, like, we need, like, younger people to step it up, but like I said, they didn't have all age shows like we did growing up, and that's, like, it really fucking hurt the scene, you know? It's really hurt it.
Yeah.
Like, not having we didn't have a crowbar and shit like we did, like, just
Well, nowadays, do they?
no, dude, there's all age shows are just starting to come back now.
Finally.
Yeah, and, like,
Yeah.
you know, went 20 years almost without them, like, that's rough.
That's another thing too about online content. Like, even, like, during the 2020 apocalyptics and everything that were going on, the crazy shit, um, bands, like, doing there's some really if you're into music, if you're a person that listens to music, enjoys whatever type of music, check. If you didn't, maybe look into there's a lot of bands that did great live shows during that time to no audience, but it went out
D
live on the internet.
dude, yeah, the Gimmies did a pay-per-view I bought, I remember. Bad Religion did a pay-per-view I bought, I remember. Flogging Molly did a St. Patrick's show, we got fucking you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But it was an empty room, just them jamming. That St. Patrick's Flogging Molly show was fucking awesome, like, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
It was like an
Mm,
hour long.
really great content is
During
out
the
there, man.
pandemic, like, when it was deep in the pandemic, Faith and I bought, was Joey Cape from Lagwagon. He did an acoustic set for, like, a half hour in his room, you know what I mean? Like, what we
Is
paid
that
for.
available online still?
I think so, yeah. So
Dude,
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna
you
have
can
to
find it somewhere. Dude, the best one is Weekend at Fatty's. Like, all these bands, it was just starting to, like, lift, like COVID, you could just start, like, kinda hanging out together. So that, there's restrictions to people, I think 20 people per or nothing above. So Fat Mike has, like, 20 people over, but it's, like, Get Dead, No Effects, couple other bands, but they play fucking a set to, like, 20 of their friends, dude, and it is fucking awesome. Like, it's
I
so
I
good.
believe it, man.
Yeah, and, like, the band's only played, like, their best songs. So it's not like you have to sit through anything you don't like, or it's awesome.
Definitely worth watching. What was the one did that come out during the pandemic when they played at Mike's house?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But it's just them playing.
Yeah, there's people opening up for 'em that like, if you paid for it, you got to see the extra shit.
Okay, I've only seen the free one where
Yeah.
it's them playing.
Yeah, there's, like, the Bomb Pops opened up, and then Get Dead opened up, and
Okay.
yeah.
Even the free what you can go watch
Oh,
if you're
dude,
into that ty
yeah,
so
you can
good.
watch it all now. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
nice,
But, dude,
nice.
that I think NoFX don't they do fucking, White Trash set? Two Eves and a Bean, I think, front to back?
Yeah.
I think yeah, because he's in that RKL shirt. So,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one, that
Yeah.
was phenomenal, and that was pandemic era, right?
Yeah, man, that
Right
was
when
that was
it
when
was,
it's
like,
just starting to lift a little bit.
midway through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the ones in the people's bedrooms, that's when we were deep in it. Like, nobody was leaving anywhere.
What do you think about that too, with just the whole whenever that hit? Like, I personally know because I was still working on this show, still working on doing things and getting more equipment for this show just to have backups and to have, if this fails, we can use this piece of equipment or we're having trouble with it, swap this in out.
Mhm.
Right right at the beginning of that year, I bought a few things and then I was trying to get more afterward. And it was just everything was out of stock everywhere for live streaming because of the sheer number of people at home now watching and other people taking advantage of that and just starting stuff up.
Dude, it was like trying to buy canvas, like, at that time to, like, paint on and stuff. Impossible. because everybody was doing it at home, trying to buy a guitar and stuff, then impossible. Everybody was doing that shit at home.
Stuck at home, locked down.
Faith bought a guitar, like, out of a like, it was, like, pandemic was just everything just got locked down, right? Faith, like, bought a guitar, like, out of a back door of a guitar shop, you know what I mean? For, like, the cash, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, because she wanted to learn and had all that time, and, like, dude was like, "I'll meet you at the back door, fucking $300, like, out the back, man."
That's the other thing. I don't know about you people out there in other countries and whatnot, but witnessed I didn't really partake in, but I witnessed a lot of that, exactly what you just said, like, the shop's not an essential business, they're not essential
Yeah, that was
workers,
such a bullshit fucking
so they couldn't be open because they weren't, like, hospital
or
or
Walmart.
Walmart or gas stations or grocery stores, so it couldn't be open, but a lot of backdoor service happening, like, where people would
Mhm,
show up, get something, but the place wasn't open.
mhm. Dude, I
That
bought bongs, like, during that time then, because I was fucking just smoking weed, you know?
I don't know, man, it was crazy how much of that I saw, and I'm just like,
Yeah, changed the
are
world.
they really gonna enforce this if they catch somebody doing that?
They did, they tried.
Man,
My one buddy, they tried to enforce it on his gym, and he fought it, and he won.
because I know I still did my work here
Mhm,
during that time. I didn't have my open sign on, but I was still like, I had a mountain of work here to get through, and I got through it,
mhm.
you know? But it
I didn't do shit. I just collected a whole bunch of unemployment money and did the tap dance around the world because I was rich.
and learned to screen print.
Yeah, I literally bought a this is how rich I was. I bought a screen printing shop, I went to Las Vegas, I bought a new Fender, precision bass, um, yeah, I did a lot of stuff, man, like, a
Right.
lot of stuff.
So,
I could only hope for another pandemic soon enough to cash it in. That was a good money time.
I don't know, I don't think I would wanna go
No,
through another.
not the way it changed people, I wouldn't. I'd take all that money back in an instant, man.
Exactly, and think about it too.
The way it changed me even.
Think about the hysteria that whoever, the CDC, whoever could cause if they started naming and putting on the news every cold, like every next flu, every
Mhm.
cold, you know what I mean?
But all they did was they used it to pit us against each other. Think how much I can't stand people now. Like, I wasn't like that before. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
and a lot of people are like, people like are bitter, like they hate each other now. Like, all they do, dude, people are beating each other up at soccer games and shit like that. Like, bad. Like, it's crazy now.
I feel like there was a lot of exaggeration too, and they had to walk the numbers back.
Yeah, they used it. It was a propaganda move,
Like
dude.
there was this many people expected to die and or get sick and da da da, and it was nowhere.
No, dude, they're catching on. Like, they was using pictures of people in hospitals in like Europe and shit like that on our news. You know what I mean? To scare us. Like, no. Like, if you look, they're starting to fucking catch on to people. Like,
Yeah.
that Fauci dude moved all this money right before the fucking lockdowns and shit dropped, like billions of dollars. Why? Because yeah, you fucking tell me, dude. You fucking tell me.
You tell me.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyhow, I gotta wrap it up. I gotta go to the day job at night.
yeah,
If you tuned in, thank you for tuning in. You're not strangers to us, but
yeah. You're a bunch of tunes.
is that a compliment?
I don't. You can take it as you want.
No, it's definitely worth stating though. If you're gonna do something, and today, like I said, this man saved something from possibly happening to this show that I never wanted to happen.
You get out there and you address that fucking elephant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man. Don't not do it.
right. And you find that fucking dog. You can end it on that.
What dog?
From Billy Madison. He's like, "You got a responsibility." He's like, "You gotta get out there and you gotta find that fucking dog."
See you, people.